And we enter now the second half, the third quarter. We have for HAUSEN, Gutierrez, Mike Bilbao, Mon Fernandez, Velosa, and Cordero moving without the ball. He's at the corner. Gary Vargas on him. Posting is Mon. He may hook. Too sharp. Velosa. He follows.
Yes, good rebound that time by Relosa. So Daniel went over to help out on Mon Fernandez. He forgot to block Relosa off the boards.
Here is Duco displaying the 3 personal fouls from Rainbow territory. The Big J. No, it's only 2. Tip of his shoe was on the line.
That's going to be Jaworski's 6th pointer tonight, and he's been pretty solid from the outside. Maybe that will get him going.
And the Big J, together with Henry Lau, Terry Saldana, Ducut, and Gary Vargas defending against HAUSEN. It's a 3-point game being enjoyed by GILBEY'S. Again, a hook from El Presidente.
It's almost as though Mon Fernandez was in practice and he said, well, I missed the first one, but I'm going to make the second one. He now has 19 points in the game.
And the Big J crashes through. He lands on Mon Fernandez. Couldn't check his momentum. It is a foul called against Gutierrez already. And the Big J.
Well, there's a little color between the two of them as Jaworski rammed into Fernandez, but both of them come up smiling. You see it
once
here.
more. Up he goes. There's Mon.
Oh, Jaworski gave him a little push that time.
A lot of intensity. And the Big J gets fouled by Gutierrez. It'll be the 3rd personal foul called against Gutierrez. He may have to be paced. Yes. Carbonell dispatching now Coloso for Gutierrez. Score at the moment, it's a 1-point game being enjoyed by GILBEY'S Gin Tonics. We entered the third quarter with GILBEY'S on top by 3. The little big man takes it.
Yes, the smallest man on the court got the rebound that time.
Open is Coloso, short. Front, here is Henry Lau. Great twirl. And he presses Bilbao. HAUSEN down by 3. 10-22. We're in the third quarter. There is Saldana. Keeping an eye on Ricky Velosa. Posting his Mon. And over the shoulder, it may be foul called against Ducut. He was trying to reach in. That'll be his 4th personal foul, Norm.
And that's going to put GILBEY'S in foul trouble with Ed Ducut now. Steve Watson is about to check in. He'll probably check in on the next dead ball.
Mon, air ball. There is Saldana trying to get that rebound. Touch it last, couldn't control it. And Ducut has to be rested. He's carrying 4 personal fouls. Watson has 3. At the wings. Here's Mon. He will hook. Can you imagine? Bilbao trying to get that rebound away from Terry Saldana. And he had a good jump on that.
He's the hustler.
And around looking for the Big J. Moving without the ball. He's under. But here's Terry Saldana. Strong legs. He's being pressed by Reloso. Doesn't want to give him room. Puts it up. Gary Vargas taken away downstairs by Mike Bilbao. Waited for him. Good steal.
The disadvantage of bringing the ball down when those little guys are around, they'll take it from you.
And then allow on Bilbao. Here's Cordero looking for Mon Fernandez. Gary Vargas trying to help out. He turns around. Under.
That was just a case, Pingoy, if Mon did not see anybody open, so he decided to do it himself.
Well, he was really trying to move towards his right side. And when he had the space, he just curled around. And here's the Big J getting to be offensive-oriented here in the third quarter. He draws a foul from Coloso. That's the first one on Tim.
And he's doing something a little bit different this half. The first half, he was trying to hit his outside shot. I guess he must feel it's not going, so he's starting to go to the basket.
The Big J had a basket during the first quarter, another hit during the second quarter, looking now for his 8th point. And so far, he's put down 5 rebounds, 3 and 2, playing with 1 personal foul. It's looking at Coloso. Juan Fernandez at low post, Watson fronting him. Mon hook. Watson trying to stay low. He turns around, too strong, going to the Big J. Gary Vargas all alone. He will get 2.
Nobody's getting back on defense for the HAUSEN team. Mike Brabal is going in for those offensive rebounds. He's going to have to rotate back to stop the Gilbey's fast break.
And that's the reason why GILBEY'S Gin Tonics, they're on top by 5. It's 64-59. Time is 8:27. We're in the third. Beerhouse playing with 3 team fouls. And they're allowed trying to help. A turn. That was too sharp. And Gary Vargas pulling down his 8th rebound. He's got 3 and 5.
And the Beerhausen team, they're just concentrating on going to Mon Fernandez. They're not really passing the ball around the way they did the first half. Turns to Daniels in the middle of the lane.
It's a scramble. Watson coming out on top. The Big J. He sets it up once more, looking for Gary Vargas. Cordero on in, so he spots. Short. And here comes Colosso, pulling down his 4th defensive rebound. Team so far has 4 points. Made 2 hits in the second quarter. Terry Saldana trying to jam Velosa, trying to work towards the baseline. It's going to be the 3rd personal foul call against Terry Saldana and the 2nd team foul call against GILBEY'S Gin Tonics. Here comes Sanchez. Back to work. Cordero is resting. They go to Mon. And Watson is now carrying 4 personal fouls.
And the Beerhausen team, they're determined to keep going down to Mon Fernandez. They do not feel as though Steve Watson can stop him, so they're just going to force it down Gilbey's throat.
The rest given to the Big J when they played against Crispa may have helped because he looks 100%, Norman.
We might also want to note, Pingoy, the fact that Sanchez is checked in the game for Cordero. Evidently, Coach Carbonell does not think that Cordero does a good job on Gary Vargas.
It's a long one from the Big J. Here comes Velosa. Big ball pitch. It's Victor. Keeps on going under the basket. Keeps it. He finds himself alone.
That's unbelievable. I mean, the Gilbey's players were there. None of them thought that the Beerhausen team was going to fast break that time, but Sanchez is a runner. He'll get out there on that fast break, and he'll score the 2.
Well, Jaworski thought General was there, and General also thought that the Big J was there. And here comes Juan Fernandez. Quick pitch going to Colosso. He crosses the line. General trying to check him. He waits for Mon Fernandez. He gets him to frame now. Watson trying to measure him. It's one-on-one situation. Colosso trying to cut. Bad pass.
That'll allow on the fast break. It goes to Gary Vargas for the 2.
Oh, he runs the break so effectively, so smooth, so decisive, and Gary Vargas so visible. He's pumped in 18 points, made 14 during the first half of play.
And you can see how a turnover will lead to a fast break for the other team.
Tight shot. Here comes the second effort coming from Velosa. 8 points now to his credit.
A good muscle by Velosa that time. He didn't give up on his first shot.
It's a 3-point game being enjoyed by GILBEY'S Gin Tonics. Their biggest lead during the first half, 10 points on 2 occasions. First quarter. That has got to be a difficult one, and Terry Saldana showed a lot of muscle.
There's a lot of contact on that play. Maybe a foul. No foul was called, but Terry scored the 2 points anyway.
Good move coming from Velosa, and a good pass. Velosa scores on a Velosa pass.
The tempo of this game, Pingoy, is starting to pick up a great deal.
Not only that, the fouls have been wicked, Norman. Here's the Big J, one-handed. Just in the third quarter, the Big J has scored an additional 6 points to his score total of 10. He's got the flow of the game.
And the fans really get excited when Jaworski makes a move with his one hand.
Hello, Dr. J, short. Watson's rebound, salute ball right now. The crashes on the floor. The body of Henry Lawas over the baseline.
That's a pretty unbelievable non-call that time. A lot of contact on the play. No foul is called. We have a timeout. We'll be right back.
It has been a while, and welcome back. Join the game, former commissioner of the PBA, Leo Prieto. We have a personality in the college field. And as we watch the squad of GILBEY'S Gin Tonics, let's go to our Did You Know portion. Brought to you by Jules Bouchard Brandy. Did you know that the tallest player who ever played in the PBA is GILBEY'S Gin Tonic player Romulo Mamaril, a towering 6'6" center who started with Crispa. Our Did You Know portion has been brought to you by Jules Bouchard Brandy.
And I would say that Mamaril may be a little bit taller than just 6'6", maybe closer to 6'7".
Well, in one issue of the PBA annual, he was measured at 6'7", and we talked to told me about this and said, well, we got it with my shoes on, but I'm still growing. Inbounding at the baseline is Mike Bilbao. They're down by 5 points. It's 70-65 in favor of Gilbey Gin Tonics. 5-31. We're in the third quarter play. Both squads at the 13th foul. Velosa wants it cleared. He may take it in. Drive and draw going to Paul Herrera. Paul responds.
That was a good flat pass by Relosa that time because it was so close, but it got Herrera to 2 points.
It's the first time that Mon Fernandez has been rested. Here's the Big J. Strong hands, big hands. He gets the basket. Great footwork. Hit his shoulder fake. 8 points right here in the third. Total of 12 now for the Big J. Header allow on Mike Bilbao looking for Relosa. He's being pressed by Wiley Willie.
Well, Tosco is playing Relosa now.
Bounce pass without looking. Sanchez. And Gary Vargas skies for his fourth defensive rebound. He's got 5 offensively for a total of 9. Header allow sees the opening. Drive and draw. The Big J, one fake. Gary Vargas. And Terry Saldana gets hit in the mouth.
Yes, it's going to be Victor Sanchez who's going to get the foul. That's going to be his 4th foul. That's also going to be Beerhausen's 4th team foul.
Passes are nice in favor of Pinaralao and Mon Fernandez. Back in the game. Sanchez, because of 5 personal fouls, had to be pulled out.
Gary Vargas was not.
Another Big 10 during the second quarter. Ended the first half with 14 points. He's got another 5 here in the third, but he's strong off the boards. Pulling down 10 rebounds, Normans. 4 and 6.
Yes, Gary is playing a good game here tonight, and he's doing quite well here in the third quarter.
Pasco. And Mon Fernandez short, really pressed him. The Big J controls the boards. Outlet pass going to Terry Saldana. Bounce a little bit too hard, but Gary Vargas, good move, good play.
Yes, great pass by Sonny Jaworski that time. It looked like Terry Saldana could have caught that pass instead. It's an assist for the backboard. 2 points for Gary Vargas.
One might get the impression that Gary Vargas is having a romance with the ball because it seems that the ball is where Gary Vargas is. Actually, what's happening is that Gary Vargas has been working very hard for position.
Yes, Gary Vargas is where the ball is. That time he hustled down court to get those 2 points.
And he is one big reason as to why Gilbey Gin Tonics is at this point on top by 8 points. And there is a foul called against Gary. No, it is Pasco on Mon Fernandez. So Pasco getting his second personal foul. Seeing action during the third quarter. Colosso. Good shot, good point.
Yes, but nobody's back on defense. Here comes Gary Vargas again. He's going to score. He's going to be fouled. Colosso hits him upside the face. He's thrown out of the game.
Colosso reacted and really pushed Gary back, and he was caught by referee Cruz and just banished him from the game. May have been harsh, but they have to control the game.
Well, not only that, Gary Vargas is not swinging Colosso. He did have his hand sitting there, but he did not swing at him. Colosso threw a punch. He's thrown out of the game. Gary Vargas will go to the line.
And when you're thrown out of the game, you have to leave the court outside the Coliseum, go all the way to Naga.
And that's a big blow for the Beerhausen team.
Because Colosso is definitely a factor. He leaves the game after contributing 8 points. Now, when you're thrown out of the game, is there a ramification where you're suspended?
Well, yes, he's going to have to see the commissioner probably sometime this week or next week for his infraction. The only thing he can do right now is to go back to the vintage room and watch the game on TV.
And Gary Vargas continues to be hot from the floor. If he makes this, they'll be on top to 10 points, and they had that lead on 2 occasions during the first half.
Pingoy, let's give the referees some credit. They saw the play, they read it right away, they made the correct call. We always criticize the referees. That time, they made a good play.
And we had a very unique opportunity for Gilbey Gin Tonics in the person of Gary Vargas. He scored 4 points on that particular play. 2 when he was fouled, the 3rd on the technical, and then the 4th point to complete his 3-point play.
And that put the Gilbey's team up by 10 points. Beerhausen is now over the limit. So Sonny Jaworski is going to go to the line for 2 shots.
We have 3 minutes and 8.5 seconds before the end of the third quarter. Watch out for another feature of our PBA Mailbox Sports in our Sunday edition of Inside Basketball with this topic touching on illegal defense. Of course, the Inside Basketball comes out every Sunday right after the live telecast. It's a foul called against Anais. And in case you're wondering why almost all players are wearing Crosby basketball shoes, well, Crosby rubber shoes is now the official basketball shoes of the PBA. Right, Jobo? From long range, Relosa, rimmed out.
Gilbey's is really trying to push the ball up the court now. They see their fast breakers in motion, but Jaworski throws it right into the hands of Esquera.
Here's Mon Fernandez. He has to take matters on his own hands. They're down. 81 for Gilbey, 69 Beerhausen. Bingo! Esquera for his fourth point.
Good substitution by Coach Pavano that time. Esquera comes in right away and produces.
It's a 10-point game being enjoyed by Gilbey Gin Tonics. Beerhausen never enjoyed the lead. Back to 12. That's the lead of Gilbey's. And Saldana, 16 points, had 12 during the first half. Here is Esquera. Shot clock coming from Terry, but Mon was right there. Fernandez scored.
We have 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter, Pingoy. There's a lot of time left in this game. If Beerhausen can weather the storm and make a run themselves, they can get right back in this basketball game.
Bounce pass to Terry Saldana coming from the blind side. Esquera, but he touches the body, comes into contact. It is the fourth personal foul called against Esquera. We have 1:49. No, it is Gutierrez. It's a foul call against Gutierrez. That's his fourth personal foul. At the moment, we have a timeout. Norman Black and I will be right back. Back at court side, here's the combination of Turing Valenzuela. He retains Pasco in the court. He came in during the start of the third quarter. There is Saldana at the line, making the first of two. There is Gary Vargas with the backcourt combination of Arnaiz and the Big J.
We haven't really mentioned Pasco being on the court, but because of Duca being in foul trouble, Watson being in foul trouble, and Mamaril hurting himself at the beginning of the game, Pasco has to come out here tonight and perform.
Pasco and Mon Fernandez looking for room. He finds an opening, giving the pass to Gutierrez, who was tagged by Gary Vargas, who's now carrying 3 personal fouls. And speaking of Gary Vargas, take a closer look at Gary Vargas when he's out of the playing court in our Andy Players Winners Profile, which will be coming your way right after this match. A big hand for Gary, who is now rested by Turing Valenzuela.
A big hand for Gary Vargas. Marquez is back in the game. He played well in the first half. Let's see if he can pick it up again.
Yes, Marquez pumped in 8 points during the first half. Had to be faced because of 2 personal fouls. He also pulled down 1 defensive rebound. But Gary Vargas, just super nice. 25 points and 10 rebounds. But he's got 3 personal fouls. Don't want to risk it. 1:24. Here's the Big J. Saldana playing the long court. He's moving closer. Here is Arnaiz, 1 step ahead of De La Rosa. It's a knee foul called against De La Rosa. That's his 4th personal. 1:16 before the end of the third. Both squads in team foul trouble, but Beerhausen got it as early as 3:22, while Gilbey Gin Tonic quite recently, 1:33. Despite the fact that Arnaiz only has 4 points, Norman, you know that you cannot overlook him.
Oh, no, you can't overlook him. The reason why he probably only has 4 points was the fact that Willie Hetterolau was playing so well in the first half. Plus, Arnaiz was not hitting his shots in the first half, but he may get going any minute.
And when the time stood at 3:22, it was quite unfortunate that Coloso kind of lost his cool and he was banished from the game. He's out the court, he's in the dugout. And Coloso contributed 8 points, 4 rebounds defensively. De La Rosa, his first hit came in during the first quarter. 2 from the line. He's got 4 points now. It is a 10-point game being enjoyed by Gilbey Gin Tonic. Here's Arnaiz. Rainbow territory, the Big J, anticipated by Gutierrez. Bert De La Rosa looking for opening. Sharp, the Big J pulls it down. Here he comes, fast, going to Marquez. He pulls up. Takes his time. Pasco turns around.
Yes, Jaworski's going to be called for a foul that time, I believe. As he jumped over Gutierrez's back.
Well,
Gilbey's is over the limit, so Gutierrez will go to the line for 2 shots.
well, Gutierrez had good positioning, and he was backing off just a bit to prevent Jaworski, and Jaworski somehow leaned at the back of Gutierrez, and now he is faced by Turing Valenzuela, the Big J. After 14 points and 8 rebounds, is carrying 2 personal fouls.
Well, Clarino has reported in for him as Gutierrez makes his first shot. And Beerhausen's only down by 9 points. Make that 8.
Gutierrez had 8 points during the first half of play, contributing another 4 here in the third. A total of 12. We have 33 seconds. Clubbing in the long court, looking for Francis. De La Rosa, all eyes for Francis. They go 1-on-1. Here's Francis. That's Forrest, thick, heavy.
Yes, they triple team Francis that time. He gets the ball back. He's going to be fouled by Gutierrez this time on a tripping foul, and I believe he's hurt.
He is hurt. He's doubled up. He's grimacing in pain.
Looks like he might have got it right in the thigh area. We have it on slow motion here. Yes, he caught a knee right in the thigh area. That hurts.
Ooh.
That's very painful.
Just above the knee.
Yes.
Norm, you've been hit there many times.
Many times.
Painful.
I was just hit there in practice with the Magnolia team just the other day. And it's a very painful injury, but it's something that you can shake off if maybe Dr. Salute sprays some freeze on it to just kill the pain for the moment.
And Gutierrez is being relieved by Carbonell. He's got 5 personal fouls, 12 points, 1 defensive rebound. Here's Moncruz back in the court. De La Rosa is pulled out. De La Rosa 4 points and 3 defensive rebounds. Time left in this third quarter, 20.4. Arnaiz is okay. Arnaiz had 15 points last July 1st, Sunday. Also pulled down 3 rebounds, 2 assists. Total of 6 points now for Francis Arnaiz. 15 seconds to go. It's a 10-point game being enjoyed by Gilbey Gin Tonics. Mon Fernandez wants to cut it down. Up he goes.
Well, Mon Fernandez did not wait to the last 5 seconds, but he scores. Now Gilbey's will still have a chance to get a shot off.
Arnaiz zigzagging, faking once, putting it up. Too strong. He was trying to beat the horn. So at the end of the third, it's an 8-point game being enjoyed by Gilbey's. Beerhausen never got the lead up to this point. The biggest lead of Gilbey's, 12 points on 3 occasions. Before we continue, we turn you back.